And now, CCN, Crown City News. Your news, your neighborhood starts right now.
Hey everyone, here's what's happening in Southern California on Crown City News. 2 Pasadena men have been arrested for the shooting murder of a woman that took place during an argument. CCN's Jennifer Guzman has the story.
I am standing at the 300 block of West Washington Boulevard and Mentone Avenue where a 37-year-old woman was shot and killed in the home behind me. Pasadena police on patrol Saturday night were flagged down by a resident who said a person had been shot inside a home nearby. Police say 59-year-old Andrew Moore and 63-year-old Philippe Moore, who are both residents of the Pasadena home but are not related, had been involved in a heated argument. The men then armed themselves with handguns. Philippe Moore opened fire, hitting and killing the woman inside the residence. Police say officers made entry into the home and found the 37-year-old woman suffering from a gunshot wound. But a neighbor we spoke to who did not want to go on camera disputes police with a different version of events. The neighbor said the wounded victim ran out of the house and into the street before collapsing. We reached out to Pasadena police, who did not respond in time for this story. Next-door neighbor Darwin Brown said he heard commotion coming from the residence earlier that day involving a dog before stepping out of his Pasadena home.
When I got home, it was all blocked off. I had went to the store, and when I came back, it was all blocked off. And when I asked the policeman what happened, he had told me that it had been a shooting.
Prosecutors charged Philippe Moore with murder, attempted murder, and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon on Wednesday. He is scheduled to return for a preliminary hearing on April 26th. Andrew Moore was not charged for lack of evidence. Neighbors identified the woman as Kelly Clark, who was often seen riding her bike. Pasadena Fire Department personnel pronounced her dead at the scene.
And when she told me the name, I knew exactly who it was.
A memorial was created for the victim by Pasadena residents and loved ones. Anyone with more information should contact Lieutenant Jesse Carrillo at the Pasadena Police Department Homicide Unit at 626-744-4517. In Pasadena, Jennifer Guzman, CCN.
A number of San Gabriel Valley restaurants and markets were temporarily closed due to public health hazards. The 6 facilities had their health permits suspended between March 19th and March 25th. Reports from the Los Angeles County of Public Health Department and the Pasadena Department of Public Health show infractions ranged from cockroach infestations, rodent droppings, and a lack of hot water. Some of the facilities temporarily closed include a 7-Eleven in Azusa, the Langham Huntington Hotel and Spa in Pasadena, and Peacock Donuts in Arcadia. The facilities will remain closed until another inspection proves the problems have been fixed. Well, speaking of food, when bears get hungry as the temperatures rise, sometimes the creatures head down into some San Gabriel Valley communities. The California Department of Fish and Wildlife and the Los Angeles County Department of Parks and Recreation say bears will continue to look for food and water during the upcoming months as temperatures rise. Bears have been known to wander into backyards, ending up in swimming pools to keep cool or rummaging through garbage cans drawn by the smell of food. While no one in California has ever been killed by a bear, experts suggest keeping trash in bear-proof containers or in a garage until pickup day. Other tips include cleaning barbecues regularly and cleaning around any fruit trees. The Coachella Valley Music and Arts Festival is cracking down on the use of marijuana. The drug, although approved for recreational use by California voters in 2016, has been banned from the 2-weekend event. The Empire Polo Club, who provides the grounds for Coachella's festivities, is private property, allowing owners to set rules regardless of state law. According to the festival's website, drugs of any kind are not allowed inside the gates. Indio police say enforcement of state and private property laws will be enforced during the entire duration of the event. Alhambra residents are suing the city in hopes of stopping the construction of a hardware store on South Fremont Avenue they say will affect the environment. The lawsuit seeks the removal of the city council's approval for the development of a Lowe's home improvement store and 2 6-story office buildings. It also calls for the current project organizers to conduct a full environmental impact report before continuing. The opposed residents are members of Grassroots Alhambra, a local nonprofit, who argued the environmental study approved for the project was insufficient. Other concerns regarding the project are air quality, traffic, noise, and parking. About 400 Payless Shoe stores plan to close after the company filed for bankruptcy protection. CCN's Chelsea Pereza has the story.
Payless Shoe Source has recently filed for bankruptcy, leaving them with a plan to shut down nearly 400 locations, including a few in Southern California. Topeka, Kansas-based retailer Payless Shoe Source has operated about 4,400 stores in more than 30 countries. But after filing for Chapter 11 protection on Tuesday, the company found it best to close 400 underperforming stores, which will be scheduled to take place immediately. Although Payless declined to reveal how many employees will be impacted, they are making every effort to help displaced workers. The company plans to hold a liquidation sale for the 400 stores scheduled for closure, 24 of which are located in Southern California, including Azusa, El Monte, and Rosemead locations. In Covina, Chelsea Pereza, CCN.
President Trump's 2018 proposed budget for federal agencies could mean the end to a number of NASA missions. NASA's Pasadena-based Jet Propulsion Laboratory, or JPL, is in danger of losing a mission that some in the aerospace community say is the best bet of finding extraterrestrial life. The president's proposal requests just over $19 billion for NASA, a less than 1% decrease from last year. The $102 million cut would come from the elimination of 4 JPL Earth space missions and a separate proposal to put a lander on Jupiter's moon of Europa.
Europa is the most likely place to find life in our solar system today because we think there's a liquid water ocean beneath its surface.
The bill calls for the expansion of public-private partnerships, a shift from Earth-centric research to deep space exploration, and to strengthen NASA's cybersecurity capabilities. Pasadena City College is offering a new program for local high school students. The community college is promising to bring hope and education to students in its district. Pasadena City College Superintendent President Dr. Rajan Verdian says he's focused on keeping the founding value of community first alive at the school with a new promise.
The PCC promise is a promise that Pasadena City College is making to all high school graduates from high schools in the Pasadena Area Community College District, regardless of whether the institution is a public institution or a private institution.
The new policy extends to 26 different high schools in the district. The goal? To relieve local residents from the burden of high tuition prices.
We accept everybody. And what we are trying to do is provide an opportunity to all those students who want to go to college but can't because they do not have the means to pay their tuition.
PCC sits right in the busy hub of Pasadena's Colorado Boulevard, standing as one of the earliest junior colleges in the Southwest United States.
The facilities are good. All my classes are nice. Nothing's like run down or anything like that. It's actually pretty nice out here.
Founded in 1924, the community college started with 267 students. Now it provides programs and services for more than 25,000. Verdian says PCC's promise will make educational dreams come true for students, acting as a launching pad to reach goals they never thought possible.
Currently I'm majoring in business, but I plan to transfer to either UCLA or Northridge. It's an easier transition.
Education is the greatest equalizer that you can have. And if we make this available, we make this education available to the students of this area, we're going to create a better society where people will live in peace and harmony.
If you would like more information about the high schools that qualify for Pasadena City College's promise, you can go to their website at www.pasadena.edu. The owners of Panda Express donated $30 million to Pasadena's Caltech, hoping to inspire other immigrants in the San Gabriel Valley. Caltech will rename its medical engineering department after Andrew and Peggy Chung, the founders of the Panda Restaurant Group that owns Panda Inn and Panda Express. The first Panda Inn was opened in Pasadena in 1973 by Chung's father, growing to more than 2,000 Panda Express restaurants worldwide. The couple expressed that they wanted to give back to the community that supported their family business since the beginning. According to Caltech, this is the first of the university's department to be named and endowed for a donor. An after-school program in the San Gabriel Valley goes beyond the usual activities. Students at Monrovia High School make robots, and some will be traveling across the country and overseas to see how their machines stack up head-to-head in competition. It's spring break, and the halls, stairwells, and parking lots are empty at Monrovia High School. But one classroom is alive in more ways than one.
Always great to see our robot. just driving around in the competition.
This is no ordinary classroom. It's a robotics lab designed to teach students in Monrovia Unified School District about technology.
Started a robotics program here in 2010. Started with one team. And now, many years later, we have 6 teams, almost 60 kids involved in the program.
Physics teacher Tom Dobson says he's able to combine his love of teaching and robotics to create something cutting edge.
This is an after-school program, and I think the kids probably put in twice or more as much time doing robotics than they do in their regular schoolwork.
The program is made up of teams, each creating a robot for the First Tech Challenge, or FTC. The groups design, build, and program the machines to compete head-to-head.
This year's competition is called Velocity Vortex, and what it entails is that the robots have to pick up these 3 3/4 inch wide particles, load them into the robot, and be able to launch them into these hoops that are 3.5 feet off the ground.
The bots are made from scratch or from pieces of robots made in previous years. Everyone is an important part of the team with job titles like builder, driver, or programmer.
It makes it so the robot isn't just a hunk of metal that it just stands there and looks pretty. It makes it more useful.
The robots have many details and moving parts, which can take months to get right.
Our flicker, it ran on a chain on motors, and it wouldn't work most of the time, so we kept changing it and changing it to see which one it worked.
3 teams are gearing up to compete in FTC's World Championships. 2 will go to Houston and 1 to the Netherlands. Dobson says the lab is a safe, fun environment where talent can grow.
Some of them have achieved their goals beyond their wildest dreams, and others have been disappointed. But in every case, I'm just so proud of the kids.
Each student helps make the cold steel they work with come to life by pouring their heart and soul into the projects.
It's really exciting because it's different every year, so it's a nice challenge, and it's always fun to know what we're supposed to be doing.
Dobson says the 2 teams are currently fundraising for their next competition. If you would like to get involved, you can go to their GoFundMe page at 2017.monroviarobotics.com. That's it for this show. Catch more stories on our website, crowncitynews.com. Thanks to the Crown City News team for their great work. I'm Alexis Walker. For all of us here, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.